you're known to be a supporter, fair to say, of Chris Christie, and you like Christie. And he's a good friend of the show. He comes on here a lot. We battle things out a lot because he hates Trump. Let's be honest. My question to you is, Chris Christie didn't even make the CNN debate stage. It's Haley and DeSantis. Christie didn't rise. Now you're a markets guy, Anthony.
Yeah.
It's easy to make money in the markets, folks. It's easy. I did it for 20 years. The hard thing is to cut a loss. Is it time for you to cut a loss on Chris Christie?
Well, listen, I was on a call with Chris today with probably 50 of his donors. And he was obviously on Morning Joe this morning explaining his rationale. I think it's unfair to compare the Iowa situation. His strategy, rightly or wrongly, was to bypass Iowa and focus on New Hampshire because he knows there's a lot of crossover voters up there. It's a John McCain strategy from 2008. And we have to see what happens in New Hampshire. I think in Chris's point, he doesn't want pundits and pollsters to kick him out of the race. And so he wants actual voters to kick him out of the race. And so
my question
we have to see what happens.
Is it time? Is it time for Anthony to, I don't know, Christie seems to like Nikki Haley.
I don't think so, because I'll just explain why I don't think so. And believe me, there's a lot of people calling me, telling me to give Chris a call, tell him to come out of the race. And I'll tell your viewers and listeners what I tell them is let the voters decide. New Hampshire is a live free or die state. Donald Trump looks like he's way ahead in New Hampshire. You may have some crossover voters. Governor Haley has Governor Sununu with him, but Chris Christie has the type of personality that could attract these independent voters. I like Chris a lot. I know you love Donald Trump, but I think you get the same policies with somebody like Chris Christie that's potentially less crazy. So it's light, it's like the light beer commercial, same taste, less filling. You get same policies, less crazy.
No, I would beg to differ
I would go with Chris
with that
over
comment
Donald
about
Trump.
Chris Christie and Donald Trump having the same policies. I mean they're miles apart on foreign policy.
A lot of overlap on the policies.
Well,
go to Chris's website. There's a lot of overlap on the policies.
Here's what I really want to get to. I
I
want to roll this tape of Chris Christie saying Nikki Haley, really kind of supporting her. Listen.
I'm not saying she's a racist. Let's be clear. She's not. I've known her for 13 years. Not a racist bone in her body. What she is a panderer. And in this context, that's just as bad.
Here's a question. I asked Don Jr. about Nikki Haley being the VP pick. He said, no way, I'm not going to let it happen. I asked Lara Trump about that. She said, never say never. If Christie's out, what do you think of Nikki Haley as a VP? Where's Mooch on that?
Well, listen, just being clinical and objective, I don't advise President Trump anymore, but if I did, she's a good pick for him because she fills a lot of slots that he needs. Again, I don't know if he'd be willing to pick her or she'd be willing to take
Anthony,
it.
He called her a bird brain a couple of weeks ago, so I'm guessing
I understand that. But that's politics to call each other those names as you're getting ready. Remember, Lyndon Johnson and Jack Kennedy didn't have a lot of good taste for each other, but Jack Kennedy made the decision that he needed Texas and he needed the strength of Lyndon Johnson to help him meet
my vice president. Old bird brain over here, Haley. I'm just. Okay, that was Trump's words. I think she's a very accomplished woman. I just don't like her for this country. Anthony, I love having you on, my friend. We'll talk to you again soon.
Can I make one quick point?
Oh, please do.
He's running. The last two times he ran without an incumbent in 2016. He ran as the sitting president, and he will likely be running against a sitting president. And so, the incumbency is very powerful. Mm-hmm. And as somebody like Governor Haley is not a bad choice for President Trump. Right. Whatever he's
we have a dinner bet. I'll take Trump. You can have the old guy, the octogenarian. I'll take the young 77-year-old.
You're choosing demented over dementia, so I don't know. I probably would go with dementia.
Call me crazy.
Dementia,
Call me crazy.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, listen, the guy's nuts. I know he's nuts, but your viewers love him.
You know what? He's crazy all the way to the bank for America. We've never been safer. We've never been more successful. And by the way, your bank account has never jumped more than the 4 years that Trump was president.
You can't. I admire you for bringing me on because we have such a difference of opinion, but I have a very strong affection for you. So happy New Year to you, Eric. Thank you.
And you too as well, Anthony. Thank you.